Hello everyone. Today I am going to share a YouTube video on how to plot normal distribution using Excel. For that, first of all, we are using the data which we will generate ourselves for the demonstration purpose, and you can also use the data which is given in the tabular form to you people, and then you can plot the data in the normal distribution. So let me start by sharing my screen. So as you can see on the screen, I have a blank Excel sheet in front of me, wherein what I will do, first of all, since I don't have right now any data, I will generate my data using a rand between function. So my first task would be to generate the numbers. So for that, I'll be using a function called rand between. So I will simply write in my window equal to rand between. As you can see, the third option, I'm clicking this option. And in this particular function, the first argument goes what should be the number from where I should start the random number. So let's say I want to start my random number starting from 11. So I'll write 11, comma, and I want numbers in between, let's say 69 or 81. Any number you can give, right? I'm just putting random numbers. Now it will generate a single number. It can be any number. So right now, if you are practicing with me, the number you could see in the screen could be different from 40. So that doesn't matter for us because the data which we are using, it's for the demonstration purpose. So the values doesn't matter, the method matters. So I will drag this number till the numbers, how many numbers I want. For example, I have dragged it to 42. So that means my column started from 3 and it finishes to 102. That means I have almost 99 values and now I have 100 values. Now, one important step I have to take care is that because in random the numbers generated through random between function, one limitation is there that whenever I will do anything on this sheet, like I'll click anything, I'll find out any function, I'll do anything, every time these numbers will change. So that will impact my data. So I need to fix this number because the purpose of generating is this number is to get some data. So how I can do that? I will just copy these numbers by clicking the right click, copy, and I'll go to the another column and just put the right click and I'll go to the paste special, and within paste special I'll go to the paste values, and this is this, or you can go for the paste special. Now I will delete this thing. As you can see that I have earlier the 40 number was the first number, I did little operation, and now the new number is 13. So in that case it will disturb our analysis. So that is why we have to copy these numbers and we have to do the paste special. Now this particular step is important in the case when we have to just when the data is not provided to us and we have to design the data from the scratch and we have to do certain function. In case data is given, then this step may be avoided. Now I will delete this number column. One thing you have to take care that whenever you are giving the range between rand between the minimum number and the maximum number, and the number of times you're dragging it, it should be something which is comparable. For example, you have given that minimum number as 10 and you have given the maximum number as 200 and you are just dragging it for the 10 cells. So what does that mean? That it will generate just 10 numbers between 10 to 200. In that case, your normal distribution plot will not have the enough values to plot a decent plot. So you may find some difficulties. So try to have a set of at least 100 values or 75 values so that you have a decent normal distribution. Now I can name this particular plot column as the marks or the grades of the student. And now I have to find out 3, 4 information out of this number. What kind of information I need? The first, I need the mean of the series. The second information, I need the standard deviation of the series. The third information, I need the minimum number of the series. And the fourth thing I need is the maximum number of the series. So for all these functions, we are going to use the statistical formulas. So as we all know, for mean, there is a formula in the statistics like equal to average. This is on the second, this thing. And now we have to give the address. Either we can drag it from C3 to C103, or we can simply write it from C3 to 103. So for one formula, I'll drag it, and for other formula, I'll simply write it. So you can see that I'm just keeping my cursor to the first value and dragging it down to the last value, right? So you can see that 60 is my last number, and I'm just scrolling up down. So you can see from B3 colon to B103 bracket close. So this is my mean value. I can reduce the digits of this particular mean. I can keep it to 2 digits. That's fine for me. Similarly, for standard deviation, I have another formula STD. So there are several formulas, but you are going to use stdev.p. P stands here for population. So now this time I'll just type my cell address B3. You can see that it is highlight to B103 bracket close. So this will give me the standard deviation of this particular series. Again, you can have it till 2 digits. Now, next thing is that we have to find out the minimum number of the series. We have a function called MENA for this, MENA. And again, what we are going to do, we are going to give the address from B3 to B103. And the last information which we need is maximum, which we are going to do with using maxa function using B3 to B103. Now, these 4 values we got from this series like mean, SD, maximum and minimum. This mean and standard deviation values will be directly using in calculating the cumulative probability, while this minimum and maximum values will be used to create the bins. Now, bins are some values like at this point of time, every value, uh, this particular series in the individual form. Now, we for plotting the probability distribution, we need to have certain bins so that we can plot the values of x. So, what I will do, I'll just manually I will give some values. Like I can see that minimum value is appearing as 11 in my data, so I can put 11, and next number I can put either 13 or 14. So the less the distance, the better the plotting would be. So the second number, either you can put 13 or you can put 14. So I am just, let's say, putting 14, and then the next number I'm putting is 17. Now the computer knows, the Excel knows that we are creating a series with the jump of 3. So we will drag it. Since we have the minimum number as 81, so I will take it to the point where 81 is covered. So till this point, 83 is covered. So I will stop here. Now this is the bin I have created. The second column, which I will be creating for plotting the normal distribution, I'm just deleting this row so that you can see the things clearly. Now, the second column will be our probability density column. Now, this probability density column will help you in giving the basic shape of your data in the form of normal distribution. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the function for creating this particular column. The formula is equal to norm dot dist, right? So as you can see, it is asking for 3 columns, four arguments, x, mean, standard deviation and cumulative. So x means the value. In our case, what is the x? It is 11. So I have just selected this column. Second thing, it's asking about the mean. The mean of my series is this D3. Now, third argument is deviation. So this is D4. And lastly, it is asking whether I need to do the cumulative function true or false. For this particular function, probability distribution, you will choose it false. So either you can write false in the caps or you can write 0. Both will work together. Now, before entering this thing, I need to do a small change. Since my x will change every time, I am not fixing the x column cell, x variable cell, but my mean and standard deviation will be same throughout this column. So I am going to fix it by using F4 or the dollar sign putting it. So either you can use the F4 function or you can just do it. So what I am doing, so this is the function I am getting and I'll just drag down this formula till the my number. Now this particular till this point, I have my two columns ready, x and probability. Now the time comes to make a basic chart of probability distribution. So what I will do, I will go just to the insert and insert tab. You can see various diagrams are there. So I'll choose this line diagram and I'll go to this 2D diagram. Once I'll go there, I'll just, so I can see that canvas is ready for my diagram. So what I will do, now I'll go to this select data tab. I'll click it. Now in select data tab, the first side is legend entries and for y-axis, I will put this. So I'll ask add. Now it is asking the series name. My series name is probability distribution. I have just clicked on the title. So whatever you will write there, it will appear on the diagram. The second it is asking, the moment I have just clicked it, you can see the blank sheet has something. So by default, it starts from 0 and it gives from 1.2 without even asking us. So if we are happy with that, then you don't give the range, but generally it doesn't suit as per our requirement. So what I will go, I'll just delete it and I'll choose my just data series without the label. So the moment I'll go there till my last this thing, so you can see that the basic probability distribution diagram is ready. So I'll just say okay, and then I will go to the right hand side tab. See, you can see that in X series, it has given values at its own as earlier it has given for the Y. So I need to change it. So I'll edit it and it's just asking the label because it knows that in X there will be just one series. So it's not asking about the column name, but just the entries name. Okay. And okay. So you can see that this is my basic probability diagram. I can make small cosmetic changes here, like I can remove the grid lines from here. I can add the access title here, like I can write certain things here, like I can write here like probability density. Similarly, I can write here the marks of the students or the grades. Similarly, I can change the title of the diagram as well, and I can write plotting of the marks, whatever you want to show. And therein you can show like x is equivalent to n with mean is 46.54 and 18.64 distribution. So this is something where we have just created the basic diagram, but the other task of creating the normal curve is still left. So I'm just, I will continue this part plotting the normal curve in the next segment. I'm stopping here. Thank you.